quarters. And to do that, we dive deep into their filings for the quarter before that to make predictions for what they need to be doing for the next quarter. This is Hilton Grand Vacations, what you're looking at. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller so we can have a quick look at what's on the screen. There we go. I'm down here, Hilton Grand Vacations. So what this does basically is show you the topics that are addressed in Hilton Grand Vacations, HGV, the topics that are to be addressed in HGV, and that are of their highest priorities and highest importance. So these are the main subjects, the main topics that we're looking at. So we see topics like contract sales here, repurchase plan, recourse debt, voice sales, brand fees, fee expense, etc. Profit margin, cash flows, interest income. These are all topics that are relevant to Hilton Grand Vacations. Now, if I open up one of these topics, let me show you what's going on here, what's behind it. Let's go with voice sales. It'll probably be very appealing. Voice sales, see what comes up there. Voice sales, well, we need to be the people that we need to be involving with those. So we've got job roles in here as well, many job roles and activities and questions to ask for those job roles, and they're prioritized everything. And we'll go through the top 7 most prioritized questions quickly. Property sales advisor, tour receptionist, sales managers, people to involve here. Voice sales, what is a voice sale? A quick description here, what's going on here. Vacation ownership interest. And we've got questions that we can ask of these people when we're doing this. Now, when we're asking these questions, we're looking for specific answers. So these are the recommendations we're looking for to make sure that we put those in place. So that's the way this is organized. We have the main topic here, which is HGV. Then we have the blue greenish balls around it, which are the subtopics that we need to be focusing on in our organization. And the questions on each of these subtopics are in blue, and the recommendations are in green. And we have job roles here as well to make it a whole lot easier. So let me quickly show you the job roles that are in here. All responsibilities, all the job roles that we need to be covering in our organization. Digital marketeer, housekeeping supervisor, reservations agent, brand representative. And if I want to look at it from this angle, I can just pull this up and ask questions to the brand representative in relation to HGV, relationship to HGV, and look for these answers that we're looking for here. Now, like I said, it contains a lot of questions, up to 1,000 questions that we need to be asking ourselves, but they're prioritized, so that makes it a whole lot easier. That's the number in front of this. These are the questions, but the questions that have the highest priority obviously have a higher number. That's all automatically calculated based on all the questions and criteria that are in here. These questions are specifically relevant to all the topics that we've been looking at, subtopics that we've been looking at before, and these topics are therefore specifically relevant to HGV's next quarter. We prioritize those. Each and every question gets prioritized based on all the other questions that are in there and all the topics, and what you get then at the end of it is a list of the most important topics, and that's what this is looking like. Let me show you the top 7 most important questions to ask. Here are the top 7. If we ask number 7, what exactly does the free cash flow to your organization measure? If I open that up, we get a little bit of a description. Free cash that Hilton Grand Vacation can produce. The people that are involved here are reservations manager, sales associate in this case. These are the activities that we need to be putting in place, implement changes to the circular migration program to enable it to adjust flexibly to shifting migration patterns, compare the original schedule to the final schedule and measure it, etc. So these are the activities in here. Question number 6. Do you construct free cash flow to your organization and to equity? Marketing coordinator, activities here. There. Question number 5, which methods use accrual accounting income data rather than net cash flows as a basis for calculations? There we go. These are the actions that we need to be taken care of. Revenue manager, financial analyst needs to be involved. And obviously I can open these up and ask more questions of these people. 4, how would a significant, I'm quickly going through that because all the data is in here in the data set. How would a significant change in interest rates or sales volumes affect cash flow? Accounting manager, credit, cash management analyst, and have a look at these recommendations to make sure that we're taking care of those. 3, why do so many organizations overlook financial opportunities in site management operations and in options? to redevelop, sell, or otherwise profit from real estate holdings. So have a look at that. These are the actions that you need to be taking there. Allocate the budget, acquire the necessary resources. Then we go to 2 and 1. How is the present value of future cash flows adjusted for financial risk, especially in this time and age? So make sure that you're doing that. Involve the cash flow analyst, account receivable manager, account payable manager, and look for these activities to make sure that you're doing those in your organization. HGV. Number 1, most important question to ask for the next quarter and the quarter beyond. Should the financial statements also be presented utilizing the cash or income tax basis? Controller, accountant, get those involved, include ESG factors in here, maximize your total net income, evaluate the reliability of the top line to the income statement. Now, when I pull out, then we will see the 7 most important questions to ask for the next quarter for HGV. Make sure you're doing that. And when I pull out these specific areas, I can dive deeper into it and see more questions that are relevant to the specific areas that we're covering here. Free cash, we'll make sure that we're doing that. These are the areas. Net cash, these are the areas here. I'll open up this one. Let me open up all these balls so you get an idea, and you can freeze the screen and quickly go through them if you'd like to do that yourself. See what's in here, all the priorities that are in here. Now, I won't show you all the detail that's in this data set because it's massive. It has a total, let me see, 80 functions and the responsibilities, 302 essential inquiries, priorities, questions, and recommendations, 1,603 in total. So something for everyone, so to speak. All these job roles and these functions in here. Now, how you deal with this, what I'm doing here is obviously a visualization of the data that's available to you. Where is the data available? And here comes the important part of this presentation. The data is available here. Stop screen sharing and do another screen share. Data is available here in Airtable. So what we do is we have all this data available in Airtable. And if you're not familiar with Airtable, it's basically a giant spreadsheet where you can upload, download all the data and have access to it. We offer this on a subscription basis, $99 a month. And you have access to all of this and all the new data that continuously gets being added. So if we look at the data we just saw in the data visualization presentation, that's all in here. All the data is in here. And here it's organized, stacked, as you can see, by current issue, by one of the main topics that we started out with. Get financial, cash flows, real estate profit, cash flow, net cash, free cash, brand fees, etc. And we see here all the questions, we see the responsibility, and we see the description here and the potential answer, what you're looking for. Moscow score, that's a prioritization score that we spoke of. So the higher the number, the higher the priority is to make sure that you're doing that. And we see here for Get Financial, there's 43 records here. So if you scroll down, you get to see all the records. Make sure that you're taking care of this. This is like a Kanban. So Kanban, if you're familiar with Kanban, you can use it in an organization and reuse it. And you can reuse this data when you subscribe to the subscription model. The link down below, by the way. Now, what I can also do is not just stack by current issue, but by responsibility. So all the job roles are in here. Let's change that. So these are all the job roles. So we see the same. We see all the same cards here, the same Kanbans. See, the same cards here. They're all here, but now stacked by job roles. So who needs to do what basically in your organization, which is fantastic. But now I can say, okay, auditor, we have 26 records in here. Can you spare like half an hour maybe to have a look if we're doing all this? Auditor at hgv.com. There we go, and send. So really easy, and I can have people involved here. I can add people, I can share anything basically, or you can just export it and use in your own system. So get this data, HGV, by subscribing in the link below. And if you've got any other questions, please contact me through all the socials, LinkedIn, available there, and through our website, The Art of Service. Thanks for your attention, and looking forward to having you on board and seeing you in the subscription.